Do me a favor, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that, man.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. What we are not about to do, or we are going to do here in this country called South Africa, is having some of you guys, coming here to normalize the fear of freedom of expression.
He was angry. This guy that you see on the screen, he is not happy, and the reason is going to blow your mind. He is angry. Let me not waste your time. Let's listen up.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. What we are not about to do, or we are going to do here in this country called South Africa, is having some of you guys, coming here to normalize the fear of freedom of expression. I understand you come from a country where freedom of expression is suppressed. Not in this country. You see this? This is the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. This was fought, and a lot of people died for this. And what you're not about to do or going to do when you are here is try and tell us how to run our country when we are protected by this. This is the supreme law of the land called the Constitution. In this very guiding book, which is supreme law of the land, Section 16, it grants every South African citizen, which does now prove, in as much as you try your level best to try to be us, it proves that you are not us. It shows that you contributed nothing for this to exist in our country. That is why some of you have gotten this chutzpah to confront me in public, because I am saying, listen, South Africa welcomes everybody. But what South Africa is not going to do is tolerate illegality. I don't understand which part that you guys don't hear when we say, as South Africans, we are very welcoming to everybody from wherever you come from. But you need to be here legally. What's so difficult in understanding that part? And then you have the audacity to confront me on the streets. And then you think, what am I supposed to do? Be fearful? This is my country. And this was fought for. This people died for it. Some members of my family too were involved in making sure that this exists so that I am free to express myself in any way I want to. I can go straight up to the president of this country and tell him that he is useless, because he is useless. But can you do the same thing in your own country? No. Now you want to come to South Africa and normalize that. That's not going to happen. You are proving the very point that we keep making. You are not of this land. You are not us. You can't be us. Because if you were us, you would appreciate the freedom that we have to express ourselves. It's our right. You know that stuff that you're busy crying about and demanding out of us, the very rights that we fought for? Yeah. If you really feel that these rights, you deserve them, why are you confronting me? Why are you confronting me? And on top of that, you seem to be fixated on just you because you are selfish. You are so selfish. On this channel, I hold everybody accountable. Political parties, South Africans that are going out of their way to embarrass our country, I call them to order. But the moment I call y'all to order to go home and do the exact same thing that we did, no, you want to confront me. You want to confront me. Well, I'm going to report to you that the person that confronted me, as we speak, they are going to be greeting the magistrate tomorrow for intimidation. Can you imagine, even in front of the police, he was still going on and on and on, implicating himself, even though he was warned and advised, stop doing that. He continued doing it. So you are in South Africa, somebody else's land, and the least you could do is learn about their way of life. You know, the very one that your so-called president that you're fearful of, 92-year-old man is in power, re-elected. And then Mnangagwa is busy in Zimbabwe wanting to amend the constitution so that he be president for life. But instead, you are confronting me in my own country with this supreme law of the land. You got it all twisted. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here because you don't understand us. And I don't think you ever will understand us. And this, as long as it exists, you can never, in my country, try that nonsense or trying to instill fear to express ourselves. That's not going to happen. That shit will happen in your country, not in South Africa. In South Africa, I am allowed. And on top of that, I'm not just sucking things out of my thumb. We have Immigration Act, and I am speaking on Immigration Act, and I am saying to you, go home, get your papers fixed, and come in here, and you will not get problems. Trust me. Nobody is going to give you problems in South Africa when you are legally here. Is that
You know, in South Africa, there's one thing that I've always thought about. It's like they, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'm just guessing and I'm just thinking. It's like they were sitting somewhere and then they were like, okay, these other countries, all of them, these other countries in Africa, all of them, okay, they will have their laws. They will just follow their laws to the T. That means to the latter. That means you enforce the law, right? You go deeper and you enforce it. You make sure that you keep those laws. And any person who comes to that country as a foreign national, they must follow the laws when they must apply and go through the process. And then they turned around. They were like, okay, all of you, you can do all of that. Then they turned around and looked at South Africa. They said, okay, all of you that have laws, if anything in your countries you don't like as citizens or whatever it is, you can just come to South Africa. Because in South Africa, they're going to open up. So in other words, South Africa is just sitting there waiting for people to just come in the way they want. What are we going to do for you guys? We are just going to make things easy for you to come into South Africa. That will mean if you jump the fence or you come in whatever way you come in, whether you bribe somebody, whether you did corruption, whatever, and you end up in South Africa, you jump and you get to South Africa, we will brush your feelings, we will take care of you, you will be like an egg into our arms and then into our hands, and then yeah, you will be okay. In other words, any person who decides to, or maybe is facing whatever that they are facing, they are looking for a country to go to, they can just run to South Africa. You remember the story that we told that actually that was online, where a guy in America who was a criminal, they caught him and then they deported him to his country. When his country was supposed to accept the guy, they were like, no, we are not going to accept a thug. We are not going to accept somebody who is a criminal. And then I don't know what happened there. There were rumors. It's not true. I don't know whether it's true or not, but there were rumors to say that person, actually, there was this thing of like they thought that person was going to, allegedly, that the person was going to come to South Africa. That means he looked at all the countries and then he was like, you know what? We know where we should be going. We can go to South Africa. We can talk to people there. Okay? And then when it got into the media and it got into the government or whatever, political, whatever, they were like, nah, there's nothing like that, whatever. That shows you, even if it didn't happen, even if it didn't take place, it's fine. But that shows you that South Africa is looked at as a place where any person who just want to do anything they want, whatever, if you want to do illegality, if you want to just go into a country and just galavant and just do whatever you want, criminally, you don't need papers, man. They will just accept you, whatever. And if you see that you are having a difficulty, you can take some 100,000 Nyana, give them. They will allow you, or maybe 3,000 Nyana on the border. They will allow you. It seems like that. It sounds like that, the way the things are happening. And also, one of the statements that I will never forget in my life is this year.
Can't do that thing. No, we've opened up.
Yeah.
We have the laws to force it, but we can't enforce it because
Exactly. Mr. Malatsi confirms it. You guys, you don't understand. We have opened up.
we've opened up.
Yes, we do have the laws.
We have the laws to force it, but we can't enforce it.
Immigration laws or foreign national laws, but we have packed them in other ways. We are not going to enforce them, okay? Because it's like we agreed that we are not going to enforce them. So people, they can just come and do whatever they want in South Africa because we have opened up. And then he goes on and use the thing of saying South Africa is a home for all. As if like Mandela, when he said South Africa is for all who live in it. He didn't say it's for all who come from outside. He says it's for all who lives anyway. We're not going to talk about that. But it puzzles me sometimes that when people expect that as South Africans they must follow the laws, and then when somebody comes from outside, he's not following or she is not following the laws, and then they must just be brushed. I know it's fine, but if I break the law, they come to me running, they come to me guns blazing. But if somebody from outside commit the same thing, now they're supposed to be brushed, they're supposed to be feelings. No guys, these people, doesn't work like that. Cannot expect me to follow the laws, but you don't want to follow the laws, or you allow other people not to follow. You can just make an example, which is a common sense example. You are in your home, and then you expect your kids to follow the laws. They must not bang the doors, they must not sit on the door, they must not do this, they must not do that. And then somebody comes into your home, you welcome that person. First of all, you just barge in with their bags, and then you allow them without informing you. That's illegal. Okay, he comes in, the person, and then he does whatever he does, whatever the day. He sits on the doors, he just leaves the dishes there, doesn't clean his room, he's expecting somebody to clean after him, and then you just allow him. I know you can stay, you can do whatever, it's fine, man. And then you expect your kids to follow the laws. That's not gonna happen.
Difficult to understand. If you're going to say, but back home, things are, yes, that is why you need to go back home and fix it. Your excuse for trying to explain yourself to me is making no difference because you are still here. You are still here. Young people, warm-blooded, capable. They are afraid of old men. Aye. And then you have the audacity to confront me in my own country where this has lives lost so that it can exist, so that I can express myself freely. You're not going to take it away. Oh, you are not going to take it away, and you are not going to normalize South Africans be fearful of expressing themselves, especially when it is something that is right. Y'all want us to normalize the breaking of the law, then it makes sense why your country is in the mess it is, because you normalized the breaking of the law and the systems. And we are saying, not in South Africa, you are going to do that. But you have a problem. And you think your balls of steels are giving you the right to come and confront a South African. How dare you? How dare? Don't even think of doing that to any South African, because that South African that you're confronting, they have lost family members, so that this exists. Go and fix your country and have your own. If I can criticize the president, who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are confronting me? I mean, I've been confronted before when I criticize the ANC. I have people from the ANC, and guess what they do? They do it with the appreciation of knowing that I am protected by the Constitution. And that is why we will have engagements. It's called engagement. Don't come at me with violence and think that is going to solve anything. This country is a country of rule of law. You dare come close to my personal space, you're going to jail. The moment you start spewing vile, threatening language, you're going to jail. Because My freedom of expression is protected right here. Right here. Yeah, this is the Constitution many of you are misusing. But that is coming to an end. Trust me. Keep pushing South Africans. Keep pushing South Africans. I mean, I do also. When was it? I was at Woolworths not so long. I think it was last Sunday to buy some few stuff. The cashier recognizes me. Number one, she doesn't greet me like she was doing with everybody. And the way she was putting my items inside the bag, I took them all out again. I said, ma'am, you are literally trying to break my things. And then I don't know who saw her. I think it's a floor manager or whoever it was, confronted her. And I could tell that this is not a South African citizen, and probably they've seen my videos, and hence I'm being treated in that manner. Come on. Don't draw attention to yourself like that. You are doing yourself a disfavor. You are provoking South Africans unprovoked. Stop it. You need to respect the laws of the land you run away to and stop drawing attention to yourself. Listen, I have shared before that I grew up.
Maybe you guys, it is nice to stay in South Africa, okay? South Africa is a good country, wonderful country, beautiful country, and stuff like that. And I understand that you guys, you are here and you are enjoying. I can put it right now and I can say it with boldness. You guys, you enjoy staying in South Africa. You like it, you love it. You wish that you wish, there was a time I was sitting alone and I was thinking, Mara, if I was not staying in South Africa, which country do I think I would be enjoying staying in? Like, enjoy it like I'm enjoying South Africa. And I don't think there will be any country in Africa, overseas, wherever. The only thing I would do is to maybe go and visit, go and see some nice and just be adventurous and go to America, Dubai, and just look at beautiful things. But I don't think I would be that person who would say, I'm very sorry, guys. It's nice to be here, okay? But please, can you please allow us to enjoy? Please, guys, can you please stop this thing of attacking South Africans just because they are voicing their opinions, just because they are saying what is even in the constitution, and then you decide because you don't like that, because that works against you, because you like South Africa so much, okay? Then you decide to confront people in public, okay? And I can promise you that videos, like if a video it doesn't get maybe for example 15,000 views, people, they don't see you. Now they usually, when they confront people like him, it is because his videos, maybe it got some 11,000 or whatever, 34,000 views, and then they saw him because that video was trending, they saw him there, and all of it, and then people, they behaved like whatever. Guys, respect people. Can you respect South Africans? They are trying to defend what is left. Okay, you can see that our country is messed up and we're trying to protect it and we're trying to deal with our problems, and you want to bring more problems. No, man, guys, can you just sit down and be and just think, man. Just think, okay? Just think. Are these South Africans, man, are right? Are they right on what they are doing? Yeah, it makes sense because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I understand because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can promise you right now, mark my words, after South Africa is cleaned, after South Africa is dealt with and cleaned, some of you are going to enjoy walking in these cities. You are going to enjoy, you will be taking videos, see, making content. Hey, South Africa is beautiful. You forgot where we come from. We forgot who fought for all these things. The people that you are criticizing today, in a few 3 years coming, some of you will be making videos, admiring the beauty, admiring the cleanness, because there were people who took a stand. Okay? Anyway, I don't know what do you think about that, but I don't like you guys because you think that you've got freedom in South Africa because you are, even if you are illegal. I don't like this thing that you get to a place where you are illegal and then you want to behave as if like you are legal. You are illegal, my guy, my sister, my brother. Okay, if I get to your country and I'm illegal, I'm going to behave like nobody, like my life depends on it. I'm not going to offend. I'm going to I'm going to behave. If I'm illegal, I'm going to behave like I don't exist. Like they will say this guy is nice, eh? Because I know that I'm illegal. But you know exactly that you are illegal, but you still behave as if like you are legal. Don't get it twisted. We've got laws here, and you need to follow them. And I will say it again. Don't tell me about the long process in South Africa. People who apply for IDs, they suffered for years to get their IDs. Everyone follows the process. They were patient enough to get their IDs. Some of them struggled with their finding a job. Some of them, they couldn't even, they were stressed about going to university. Why? Because they are not getting their IDs because they have been delayed. And in our lifetime, we end up realizing that actually there were people that were taking other people's IDs. A person will wait and that ID is given to somebody who comes from outside, who is not even legal. He comes here, I'm just saying, please don't give us these things of telling us about process. The process is long. The process is long. Wait. Just like we will wait when we go to your country and we apply for things to go there. Okay? Let's respect each other. You want one Africa. You want Africa to be one. You want one president. You want one Africa president. You want one currency. Let's start by respecting each other. Let's start by fixing our country first before we can get there. We cannot get to that point if we still disrespect each other, go to each other's country, disrespect each other, do whatever we want, promote things that we're not supposed to be promoting, just flogging in the cities, messing up the cities when you are told that this is illegal, and then you are crying and fighting and doing whatever, and you want one Africa. What are you talking about? Let's start by respecting each other. Respect your country. I will respect my country. I will respect your country. You respect my country. I will respect my laws in my country. I will respect your laws in your country. Respect your laws in your country and respect my laws in my country. When you want to come to South Africa, when I want to come to your country, or when I want to come to Nigeria, want to come to Ghana, want to come to Kenya, want to come to whatever, let's follow the process. Apply while it's still early if you are planning to come so that you don't complain about the process. Okay? Anyway, let me not talk too much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I thank you for watching. I'm not angry, but I'm just saying stop confronting people. This is South Africa, Baba. This is South Africa. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that, man. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about, right? Thank you guys. Have a good day.